Overtly racist lawsuit challenges Canada's migrant farm worker system. Major storm could bring 50 centimeters of snow to parts of Atlantic Canada, Forecast Centre. A proposed class action lawsuit PDF has shone a spotlight on the racist and discriminatory origins of so-called tied employment in these schemes. The suit alleges that Canada's migrant worker programs violate the country's constitution, formerly known as the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. The reason why these strict conditions were imposed was overtly racist, said Louis Century, a lawyer involved in the suit, which is seeking 500 million Canadian dollars, $371 million in damages. The government has to account for and reckon with the fact that the policy that it continues to impose more than 50 years later was implemented for racist reasons. It's caused harm to generations of racialist workers, and it has to end. As much as 50 centimeters of snow is forecast for parts of Newfoundland as a nor'easter brings heavy snow and blizzard conditions to Atlantic Canada through Valentine's Day. A classic nor'easter, which is named for the powerful northeasterly winds that hammer coastal communities, has arrived in Atlantic Canada after plowing through the U.S. Northeast with significant snowfall. Tuesday, a wide range of totals are expected for the East Coast, too, which could see anywhere from 10 to 50 centimeters of snow, depending on the exact location. By the time all is said and done, building more homes faster and strengthening healthcare for rural Canadians today. The Honourable Chrystia Freeland, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance. The Honourable Sean Fraser, Minister of Housing, Infrastructure and Communities. The Honourable Randy Boissonneau, Minister of Employment, Workforce Development and Official Languages. And the Honourable Gudie Hutchings, Minister of Rural Economic Development, announced the federal government's economic plan is taking action to build more homes faster in rural communities and attract the doctors and nurses needed to improve rural health care. First, to build on the success of the Housing Accelerator Fund, which is cutting red tape to fast-track the construction of more than 550,000 new homes over the next decade. The federal government is today announcing it is finalizing agreements with more than 60 small and rural communities combined. These agreements will deliver more than $176 million to fast-track the construction of over 5,300 homes in the next 3 years and more than 51,000 homes over the next decade for rural Canadians. Is awaiting Canadian dream fueling reverse migration in Punjab? It's hard to miss the ardor of Punjab's migrant ambitions when driving through its fertile rural plains. Billboards promising easy immigration to Canada, Australia, New Zealand and the UK jet out through ample mustard fields off the highways. Consultancies offer English language coaching to eager youth. Single-story brick homes double up as canvases for hand-painted mural advertisements promising quick visas. And in the town of Bathinda, hundreds of agents jostle for space on a single narrow street, pledging to speed up the youth's runaway dreams for over a century. This province in India's northwest has seen waves of overseas migration, from the Sikh soldiers inducted into the British Indian Army traveling to Canada, through to rural Punjab settling in England post-independence.